Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name's Simon, and we are the Whales of Wall Street. So, let's do a quick roundup of some crypto news across the crypto sphere this evening. We're going to start with this one, which actually I find quite interesting. So, Google, I think it was actually a couple of years ago, Google put out a policy that they would stop crypto ads on their search engine platform. And as of yesterday, I think I saw the update that they were going to reverse that decision. And they were actually bang on time with when they did it as well. So very professional from Google. But Google are basically allowing crypto ads to go back onto their platform. So this is mainly for crypto exchanges and things like that. It does mention here that anything to do with the ICOs, IDOs, loans, totally. I'm not going to read them all out. But what I found here actually, celebrity cryptocurrency endorsements. This one's quite interesting. So I don't know what really defines a celebrity these days. I'm not really fussed about celebrities. I don't watch TV or anything like that. So is this influencers or people who have a certain amount of followers or just general influencers? I don't really know is the answer. Other couple of bits and pieces here of who else is not allowed to advertise. So this, in my opinion, kind of like opens up that whole question of, okay, well, exchanges, tick the box. Who else? Is this shafting out, a load of people that are trying to make a living off this kind of thing? How does that also sort of integrate with YouTube and things? Obviously, Google own YouTube, and I don't think there's a massive issue on the YouTube side. I think they appreciate influencers, blah blah. But I guess one of the key things is it's a similar story to here. So this is based around the US, by the way, not so much everywhere else. But what I found interesting, obviously, recently with the banking problems that we've had with being able to transfer money across from our banks to crypto exchanges, I'm just wondering if there's a bit of regulatory kind of approach to this and trying to sort of maybe cut off certain elements of crypto exchanges like the derivatives or things like this. Not really clear on that. I've done a bit of research into the blog and everything that Google put out there, and I couldn't really get some definitions on specific things. I'm sure over the next few days they'll be answering questions on things like Twitter, etc. But here's one of the key things. The firm has said this was done to protect uninformed investors from scams and fraud. Well, we've seen that narrative across the board here in the UK and other countries around the world when it comes to banking and everything. I think this is really interesting. And it's not just Google that have been sort of thinking about this. There are other institutions and platforms, etc., thinking about this kind of thing. Let's see where it goes. I'm always quite skeptical when it comes to things like this. Is there like a hidden sort of agenda here? We'll see. But let us know out there in the US if you've been affected by this in one way or another, or if you know of any celebrities pulling their hair out because of this kind of situation. Poor them. But yeah, other than that, it's quite interesting news. So I thought I'd throw that one in there. On to the next one, which I thought was interesting. So this is like a kind of a opinion kind of topic here from Financial Times, Lucy here. So it's quite interesting. So my lender tells me they cannot accept it, and neither can the conveyancing solicitors. So this is all about, can we use cryptocurrency towards house purchases? Now, I will put a link to the end of this video about a project called Proppy. And there are a number of them out there similar to Proppy as well. But the main principle is that I believe, and from what I've seen, the research and everything, that blockchain technology will enhance this sector absolutely massively. The ability to be able to buy houses, to exchange houses a lot quicker and more efficiently, cheaper, things like smart contracts, etc. Obviously a massive potential in there. Do check that video out, it's really interesting. But yeah, just a little piece that she's put together here on going to her estate agents and things like this, and asking if they would anticipate or allow things like cryptocurrency as a form of payment, and they've all pretty much said no at this stage. Now I'm sure that might change in the near future. I did see some news articles from a couple of other countries where they've been trying this sort of situation and do actually utilize crypto when it comes to estate purchasing and selling. So like I said, I'm sure we'll see that change. But I just wanted to bring this kind of topic to the attention. One, to obviously shield the video that I've already done to you guys. But two, just to have that sort of thought process of where we might be going in the crypto sphere when it comes to real estate. So that's another interesting topic there. It was mainly as well about like obviously money laundering and things like that. Well, actually, I think a lot of blockchain technology will avoid that, especially with like the know your customer applications, smart contracts and things like this. I think it's more legitimate probably than the existing traditional system. So let's take a look how that develops as we move on. The next step here in the news, Singapore to grant the first crypto license in a bid to lure digital asset groups. Well, they've chosen a Sydney-based Australian exchange here. I think the name Independent Reserve. So that's quite interesting. They've not gone for like one of the mainstream ones. But I think like the population is just over, if not just under 6 million people in Singapore. So you're opening up to a decent miniature market there kind of thing. So what I would say here is that it's obviously a big step for Singapore to open this kind of industry and open them up to essentially what the whole topic of this is, a digital market. You don't want to be left behind in this space, that's for sure. Whether you use them as stable coins or not, you do not want to miss out on this opportunity, that's for sure. So again, some discussions around the usual stuff like regulations, etc., blah, blah, where obviously here, Europe, UK financial regulators approved a handful of groups under the crypto regime. So it looks like Singapore are looking to catch up and play their part in this awesome space that we're all in right now. So another interesting topic I thought, the more the merrier, the more that enter the market the merrier in my opinion. Let's drive those prices up, shall we? Next piece of information here. So a few months ago, the Federal Reserve announced that they were looking into projects to try and integrate digital currency into the US, and something that they would consider over the summer and over the next few months, of course, as well. It looks like there's been a bit of a development internally where a few members of the board have come out saying, oh, why do we need this? Why do we need digital dollars? Like, it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to improve anything. Well, maybe some of these people just need to move on if they don't understand the way that finance is going, and they think that that is true. Now, that might just be a load of FUD nonsense out there to put people off, but can they not realise that this stuff doesn't work anymore? Like, I swear, like more and more people around the world just don't care what the media says or the traditional media says anymore. They don't believe it. It's just, go and retire or something. Just go and relax, put your feet up, stop worrying about the world. We don't live in the 70s or 60s anymore, all this nonsense. But I think it's a bit of a acquisitive thing to come out with, really, to be honest. So Walker said instead we could promote financial inclusion more efficiently by, for example, encouraging widespread use of low-cost commercial bank accounts. No one wants bank accounts anymore, or certainly won't be moving forward. They're all shutting down anyway, so what's the point? And I've seen some of the banks that have been coming out as new banks, and they're absolutely shocking. They can't even last 5 minutes, so that's a terrible idea. But these guys run the country, right? So what are we to say? Next point here, again, this person absolutely despises crypto. I reckon that Senator Elizabeth Warren, I reckon she bought a load of crypto years ago and didn't know what she was doing and it flopped. That's why she hates it so much. Honestly, everything coming out of her mouth is so anti-crypto, and especially Bitcoin and things like this. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's always like, do what they say, not what they do. Do what they do, not what they say. Sorry, wrong way around. She's making assumptions that the crypto market is like the other previous nonsense things and will lead to crashes, blah, blah. Well, of course there'll be crashes and corrections. There are in every market. and entity of finance. So it's just natural. You can't go up forever. So they're just throwing out more nonsense around crypto, and it's not abiding by rules and this, that, and the other. It's going to crash. Well, like I said, these things happen, but it's no different 2008 to 87 to the 1920s or whatever. It happens in cycles. So it's just playing on that fear aspect. And it's just nonsense FUD as usual. I just thought I'd throw this in there just to make you aware that 90% of the stuff that you see from these people is nonsense. So let's move on. And then finally, I'm going to wrap up with this quite funny one here. So Furniture Retail Ethan Allen has had to change his ticker name because it had their ticker name is ETH. Well, for those that don't know, that's Ethereum in the crypto world. Now, clearly, they've had obviously some fun, maybe in their stocks over the last few years, perhaps, and especially this year, of fluctuations, and perhaps probably good for their PR actually, having that ticker and everything. Maybe it'd be really interesting to see the revenues that this furniture outlet have got over the last 12 to 18 months. It'd be quite interesting. But yeah, they've changed their name to ETD. I thought it was quite amusing. I wonder how many other companies out there are sort of sitting there scratching their heads going, our sales have gone up massively, our stocks have gone up massively, what's going on? And how many people as well must be investing in the wrong thing, gone to go and buy Ethereum, and they're investing in sofas. Who knows? But I just thought I'd bring those little topics to your attention. I hope you found it a bit fun, a bit informative. Please do let us know in the comments below of any of the topics we discussed and anything you want to discuss moving forward as well. We always like to hear people's ideas and opinions, and we always like to try and do videos on them as well. So please do that. Like and subscribe to the channel, really helps us out. We're pushing for the 500. Let's go. But yeah, as I said, I hope you found this a bit fun and informative, and we will see you and crypto in general on the moon. Take care, everyone.